Hello, football fans, English learners, prediction makers. Today it's all about predictions and it's predictions for the Euro quarterfinals. So, what do we have in store for today? We have some vocabulary that you could use if you're predicting like football results, and then we'll go on to my predictions. I really encourage you to make your own predictions. You could write it down in the comments, but ideally you will record it because uh, yeah, writing is good, but if you're here to improve your spoken English, record yourself, and then you will take more notice of other people's predictions, because I think in the next few days people will be making a lot of predictions about these quarterfinals. So I'm going to share the screen. We're going to have a look at uh, some vocabulary, not too much. Okay, here we are. Can I expand it? Okay. It's not going to expand. Okay, some vocabulary. So we got optimistic and optimist. So if you're an optimist, you think things will go well. So if you have a job interview and you're an optimist, then you think you will do well in that job interview and you'll probably get a job offer. If you're a pessimistic by nature or a pessimist and you have a job interview, then you probably think it will be difficult and you probably won't do as well as the optimist. But I mean, there are benefits to being a pessimist. Maybe you'll work harder for the job interview. That could be possible. And we've got a realist, and a realist is a kind of person who says, "Oh yeah, I've looked at the pros and the cons, and this is what I think will happen." Okay, and in sporting terms, there's usually underdogs. So you could say we are the underdogs. Oh, the Czech Republic are the underdogs, and you got the favorites, and the favorites are the team that's expected to win, or who most people expect to win. Okay, so this is some of the vocabulary you can use. So let's go and look at what matches we have coming up. Okay, so the first match here is Wales against Denmark. And this match is most important to me because I come from Wales. And obviously, I want Wales to win. But I tend to be a little bit pessimistic when it comes to Wales and sports, even though recently there's no real need for it. I think Wales has done pretty well for being a small country. And so I will try to be more realistic in my score, and I predict a 1-1 draw between Wales and Denmark. And if it ends up 1-1, then it will go to penalties, and I think Denmark will go through on penalties. All right, the next one is Italy against Austria. Italy have really impressed everyone. I've seen them play once, and they look pretty good. Austria, I don't know too much about their team. So I think here, Italy are definitely the favourites. Austria are the underdogs. And I think the favourites will win in this case. So I think it will be 2-0 to Italy. Okay, let's see what we got on Sunday. We got the Netherlands against Czech Republic. So I live in the Netherlands, and I've seen the Dutch play a couple of games, and they've been pretty good. They scored goals. They let in 2 goals against the Ukrainians, but I think the Dutch will be very happy with this draw against Czech Republic. I saw Czech Republic play a little bit against England, and they didn't look that good. It's not a classic Czech Republic team. So historically, the Czech Republic have been pretty good at football. I don't think this current team is as good as past teams. So I'm going to go for a Dutch win. So the favorites will win, and they will win by 2-0. The next game is very interesting. We've got Belgium and Portugal. And what a contrast. Like, both Netherlands and Belgium won their groups. And Netherlands gets to play Czech Republic, which I think is a much easier game than to play Portugal. I think it's a very difficult one to forecast this game. I think Belgium were a little bit unlucky to face Portugal so early on. If they get through, maybe it will turn out good for them. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 2-2. And then Portugal will go through on penalties. What we got for Monday. So on Monday, we've got Croatia against Spain. So I think this is quite a difficult one to forecast. I think normally Spain would be favorites, but they don't. Okay, they beat Slovakia 5-0, but they don't seem to be that good in front of goals. Great at possession, but not great in chances. But I will still go for a Spanish win here. So I think it will be Croatia 1, Spain 2. Next, we got France and Switzerland. And I think the French are the favorites here. The Swiss are the underdogs. And I'm going to be realistic on this. So I'm going to go on form. And I think I'll go for a 2-0 win to France. And France, for many, are the favorites to win the whole of the Euros. Okay, and let's see what we got on Tuesday. So we got I think this is another very interesting match. England against Germany. Historically, I think in finals, Germany have beaten England many more times than England have beaten Germany. There was one exception, I think, in 1966, and English fans, they used to go on about it. Now I think maybe that generation is maybe no longer with us. So yeah, normally Germany would be the favorites here. I think this time it's not the case. I've seen England play, and I've spoken to one English fan called Charlie. He wasn't, he felt it was a bit boring watching England. Okay, and possibly there's only been 2 goals in 3 England matches, but England have kept 3 clean sheets, so I presume they have a good defense, and I think this time they will sneak it. They will get through. They will win 1-0. This is my prediction. So it will be 1-0 to England. For me, there's no real favorite in this game. I think it's very evenly matched. Okay, and the last game is Sweden against the Ukraine. I think, and here, strangely, Sweden, well, not strangely, but they won their group. But yeah, the Swedes are the favorites, and I'm going to go with the favorites. I think Sweden will win this 2-0. So those are my predictions. But I strongly encourage you to make your own predictions. And if you want to improve your spoken English, record yourself. Because if you record yourself, you're going to pay more attention when you listen to other people make predictions. Make predictions. You could do it just for your own pleasure. Oh, it's always more fun to do it with friends. See whose predictions are better. But anyway, if your team is playing over the weekend and into next week, good luck for your team. If your team's not playing, but you like football, so enjoy the football. And that's it for predictions from today. So the weekend is coming. If you don't like football, enjoy it, but still make predictions.